I was meant to look like kind of stressed or something like that. She's like, I don't know how to do that with your hair.
Do you guys think you guys are my friends?
You won't believe what I was telling these kids. This is a lens, this is a camera, you put it together.
We're assuming that once you stand up to your parent, everything's going to be fine afterwards.
We're on the cruise ship. The guy doesn't put enough. Put more, bro.
If the people that are supposed to have your best interests at heart don't, I see how debilitating that is.
For the next couple of months, I want to focus more on paying the bills.
None of these relationships are actually serious. They're all gonna result in like a bunch of kids that go to therapy. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's No the Bag Daddy.
It's Chief Olasoji in the building, baby.
It's your girl Marwa.
She's still sick, huh? It's the Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We are back.
And Marwa's actually present. Are you gonna
Marwa's
stay?
actually-
Oh wait, are you gonna stay for the whole episode? Or?
We hope so.
Also, they don't like you like we thought.
What do you mean?
No
No
one
one commented. I
no
know.
one
You guys
said
are
anything.
actually.
No one said, Marwa, I hope you're
Halfway through that, this is a good episode.
Or people don't listen.
Ooh.
Because we put photos up with her. She was on the cover art. She was on everything.
That's
So they're just like, yeah,
true.
Marwa's there
She was
present.
like,
So
yeah.
they heard her voice at the start.
Yeah, and then.
That's all they do.
They watch about 5
Well,
Madness.
I'm fine now.
Yeah? Did
I'm
anyone
doing
that
better.
listened to it hit you up?
Nope.
Yep, crazy.
Yeah, so they don't love you
Not
like
a single
that.
soul. Not a single soul.
Call
But
them out, bro.
For those who.
Fake friends in
Yeah.
the industry,
Fake
my
friends.
brothers, man.
But I'm well. I'm doing well. Just having a bit of a stomach issues. A little bit of a overdose on things that I shouldn't have. But yeah, we're good. We're here.
Press it up, mate.
Excited to be with my friends, my peers,
That's the
my
first time
people.
you've claimed us.
Yeah. Look, you
Yeah,
guys
I've
aren't
never
really
really heard that
friends, but
before.
It's okay.
Really never said that before.
Really?
Unpack that.
Last time I got a phone call, yeah, I'm still some people.
I mean, do you guys think you guys are my friends?
I mean,
You're my friend?
we like to hope so.
What do you mean? Do you consider me as a friend?
Yeah,
But we say this all the time.
yeah.
What?
It's at the point that it's sad. We're always the ones trying to convince you that we're your friends.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I pushed back on that.
You know what's funny?
I'm pretty.
Because there's this one convo that we've always wanted to get into, but it's centered around Marwa and this whole friendship conversation. But it's so sensitive that we haven't jumped into it fully. You guys were talking about it on the drive a little bit, weren't you? When I was in and out of consciousness. Right? And
Right.
that bag there, that's a
Phenomenal conversation.
convo.
Phenomenal
Are
conversation.
you said this is a combo for? Because I don't know what combo this is.
It's a convo for the pod, but Marwa's just, you know what I mean? It's I guess it's in due time.
Yeah.
Ultimately, one of them kind of things there.
It's one of those, we're figuring it out. And once I do, we can come and unpack it here.
It was very cute.
Oh, so
then.
it's not about us then.
No.
I was gonna say let's do it now.
I was gonna say it was dope though. Not gonna lie. When I was,
I know what it is then,
in out, because you two took over
driving.
The driving. Yeah, held it down.
Oh, it was the way back was just her.
Yeah, man, I was just
I kept saying, you want to switch? She's like, nope.
nah. She said I'm
I
good.
was in the zone.
And you guys were just chit chatting. Yeah, I was like, "Wow, this is
conversation.
dope, man." My brother and my gal just chopping it up, bro. I said,
But
just
we're
the
friends.
girls.
though.
I said you couldn't.
We're friends. So obviously, we're chopping it up.
Bro,
Yeah,
is something
it's not
wrong.
because of
Something
you.
wrong here, bro. Like,
What's that one where you...
Oh, hello, Stephanie.
oh, you think you're Stephanie and sometimes... schizophrenia.
like, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, sorry.
I'm saying, yeah, sure, you guys
your
can be your
girl,
own friends,
yeah,
whatever.
your
But I'm
girl,
saying it's
your-
very
your
beautiful to be a
brother.
person
Yes.
observing both of these people very important in my life. And I'm like, I don't need to be. I'm not the glue here. I'm not part of this. This is your. I said, wow, you actually can't.
That's how you know, like... Well, again, that's what it's truest saying, because we're actually friends, right?
Yeah.
But that's like also how you know it's like your partner doesn't tolerate your friend, and your friend doesn't just tolerate your
Yeah.
partner.
bruv, because that one there can be peak, innit?
that one is tough.
That one there's tough, bro.
Tough scenes.
Yeah, very cute, man.
Good drive.
You're energized?
In a weird way, it feels like a long time since I've seen you guys.
I can agree with that.
Feels
That's
like
facts.
yeah.
Even though
We
12
spent 5
hours ago.
weeks together.
I feel the complete opposite.
What?
I don't know.
You feel like
He's sick
is
of
that
us.
enough?
Yeah, bro. Like, might have to go 2 weeks without seeing y'all or something.
Yeah. What was everyone's day like once they got home?
All right.
Damn, guys, talk.
I've got mine, but mine's extensive, so
yeah, you should relax.
Exactly, yeah.
You.
What okay, so we
chill out.
reached back. What
Reached back.
time? We got back at like 7 is when we started the first drop-offs and stuff like that. So obviously I'd been driving. I probably slept for like maybe half an hour or so.
Okay.
Yeah? for half an hour or so. And so I was driving for the last maybe 4 hours, and then we did drop-offs, and then had to go straight to work.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So this is me coming from work and the whole drive. So my energy is, but we're bringing it up here for the potty.
Sphinx and that. Yeah.
But yeah,
Liz, that's a madness. To go straight from work is mad. I don't think anyone went home and slept, right?
I slept for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then
We outside.
I had to get up at. Bro, this is what it is. Yes, I got home. I was like, all right, cool. Let me see how far this place is, because I need to go somewhere. I need to be there at 10 o'clock. My map said 25 minutes. I said, yeah, good, it's good. But then I realized traffic, right? So then when I checked a little bit closer to the time, it said 45. So half an hour rest, and then had to make moves, go to my destination. Was there for like 4 hours, so 10 to like 2, and then went to get some lunch, and then on the drive home another 45 minutes. And then I got home basically like 4, something like that. And then I chilled, knocked out, and then someone said 6:30. I said, okay.
I just woke up.
We're shooting today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we weren't really sure if we're shooting.
Well, true, because we were meant to have a guest
we were meant to
today.
have a guest
We
today.
were meant to have a guest. Guest pulled out.
Idiot.
Oh.
We were meant to have a guest today, but that pulled out. But here
It
we
is
are.
what it is.
So you knocked out.
I just went home and slept. But what else am I supposed to do? Like,
Amazing.
nothing else that I'm meant to do.
Absolutely
Love that for you,
sensational
So I would
scenes.
go home. Yeah, pretty much knocked out. Woke up at like 12:30.
Yeah.
Good
Same
sleep.
time as the
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the rest of them.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my niece was running around the house, so I was like, oh shoot, like
Bro, she just posted up.
let's hang out.
Love it.
Yeah.
She doesn't have holidays or anything, right? Like.
No, twice a week she comes over.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Love it,
nice.
love it.
So I was like, oh, I guess today's just us hanging out.
Yeah.
So turned out to be it was a day off.
Yeah.
Audio.
We just dope, man. Like, you know what would have made it crazier for you? If it was pouring rain outside.
Oh,
dog.
yeah. Yeah.
And you just have the house lights on, bro. Like, it's a homey vibe. I know, was your dad posted up at home?
Nah,
It came to work?
I haven't seen him since.
It's been 5 weeks.
Yeah, madness. But yeah, dog, you know what? It's just mad cozy like that. Like, those type of days,
It's
man.
nice.
Oh, it's proper.
Yeah.
Bro. It's nice. It's nice.
Those are good days.
Bro, mine was active too.
Active.
I was doing up side quests, which is a question I wanted to ask you guys afterwards. Like, I think, we got back, dropped off the hire car, and then I made my way down to, I think I ended up getting potentially like about 15 minutes of a little bit of quick downtime at home. Little carcass, sent that, and then was on my way. I had to send that because I was in trouble if not. Then posted up on my way doing a commercial shoot. Which will come out eventually. Bro, the most random thing in my life.
Bro, tell them when, I don't know if they'll get it, but tell them when you accepted this shoot.
I don't even know.
Because it was just before we met.
Before we were on our way to.
And then you're like, hey guys, we have to be back on Monday by this time because I have a commercial shoot.
Literally.
Legit. I think it was like a Thursday.
Couple days beforehand or something like that. Bro, it was so random. Anyways, I pulled up there, had to get hella change of clothes and all that kind of stuff. Because for one, I think it's harder for them to ever really be doing costume for my proportions, because they're not often are they getting 6'5" people
Yeah.
coming in doing up size 12 shoes and all them type of stuff there for the fittings. Anyways, I got there, had all my change of clothes. I start walking, and then 2 ladies come around the corner. Hey, you here for the shoot? I'm not gonna lie, I was scared, right? I was like, are these the locals, crackheads, that just are aware that there's a studio nearby, and they can tell when, and I was like, oh damn, I was about to keep her pushing, and she's like, I'll give you a ride. And I don't know, something my mom was like, yeah, she seems legit. I hopped into the whip, and she was legit. She was actually part of the I think she was set designer. She drove me down to the what do you call it, the studio and all that.
Yeah.
As soon as I got there, Daniel, bro, the friendliest people in the world, man. I don't know what happens in this type of industry. Maybe because they're getting the bag from
They
these
love
companies.
what they do.
Yo, because
They have no reason to be grumpy.
because I don't know. She picked me up in a nice, beautiful Volks. I got driven around in a Range Rover by the one of the other people. Yeah, it was beautiful scenes from everybody. But yeah, I got there, nicest people. Makeup immediately, dish, brushing up the eyebrows and that. Wow. And then I was meant to look like kind of stressed or something like that. She's like, I don't know how to do that with your hair. There's not much I can do here to try to make you look stressed with the hair. She's like, normally with the long hair, all you do is you rough it up, whatever. She's like, yeah, we're just gonna have to leave your hair. She's like, we'll leave it all to the acting. But anyways, we did the shoot. It was vibes, man.
That's cool.
Quick 2 hours, boom, bow. Did the shoot. They were doing one earlier in the day. They're about to wrap up their day. I think it was like, 2 hours after I left. They got lunch as well. I was saying before, like, how the money is nothing in these places. Like, clearly the bag is
whatever
serious.
you need is there.
He needs a new shirt. All right, I'm just going to pop down to the store to quickly get it.
It's crazy.
Someone give me the company card. Oh, what do you want for food? Passed out the big iPad, bruv. It was a monitor, bro. Hey, just select your meal. I said, how you got signal here even, bro? This is the cellular.
Where we at?
Okay. Bro, but it was interesting, man. Like, I think I was saying to you guys before how, like, these people are so good at their job that they don't even seem serious or like they know what they're doing in the moment.
Second nature.
Crazy.
Second,
they just told me, grab. I'll say, grab the 25mm lens or grab the 34. Oh, sorry, 24. Grab the 35. That I
want to see him stress. Hurry up, get this.
And it's just like, I just want you to just approach it like this, and maybe just think about this, channel this. Da, da, da. I'm like, bruv, like, have you done this before?
But at that level, you can tell when they're panicking or stressed because that means everything has gone wrong. The files have corrupted.
Yeah.
And they're just like cussing. And it's like, you know what I mean? Everyone's copying it left, right, center. It's like,
that's the thing you know when you
see those things as well.
Because it's like, because they've seen all the little things, they don't stress a lot of those ones.
Never.
So when it's big and it's a catastrophe.
Yeah.
It's actually a catastrophe.
I was gonna say, is this something that you reckon you wouldn't mind doing often?
Every day, every week. Me and this guy checking emails right now. What's the next opportunity?
Jump into this, bro. I love side quests. I like to call it.
I'll talk about the question after, but keep going.
I love. Oh, actually, you could ask your question, and then maybe I could dive into it.
When I did that, I remember because last week at work, they had me doing up some weird stuff. My job and what I was doing in the video at work, completely unrelated. There was a green screen, and I had to feel the music kind of thing and do some weird. It's for an art installation about decompressing and relaxing, whatever, right? Right. It's the most random thing. But I put up on my story, and I was like, yo, look at what the side missions work's got me doing. And then this one happened. I was like, yo, I've had an amazingly unserious week. I was like, how often?
I gotta do this.
Right? So I'm like, yo, how often do we complete side quests, or like, do people ever really do, or is it very most of the time one dimensional in terms of like, what we're involved in, what we do? And personally, for you guys, how often do you see yourselves doing up side quests, side missions?
Side missions is necessary.
Okay,
it's needed.
You taught me this. I'm not gonna lie,
bro.
You're the advocate for side quests.
Nah, I love side quests, bro. Some people used to say, bro, you do something so random. I'm like, I need this side quest.
Dog, when I saw you in Phillip Island with the most random group of people doing up go-karts once, I said, this man conquered the map. Bro, there's no more treasure left to find.
Bro, I'm telling you. So side quests is, to explain to people what we mean by side quests, it's like something that's random. It's not really what you do on a regular basis. It's not really like a hobby.
And it doesn't necessarily have a relation to like anything else.
Yeah.
Kind of
it's just so random. So what Danny was doing before, like extra. Well, this wasn't really an extra, but
no, but that was the main act.
He was the main act.
I was the talent. They called me the hero, actually.
In case you didn't know,
thank you.
We've got an agency now. I actually used to do this a long time ago. Where I actually used to be extra for movies, shows, and all that sort of stuff. Right? Yeah. They used to pay kind of nice still.
Yet to see you in one. Yet to see you in one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Check out a movie. Videos. 5 seconds in, you just see a black guy walk. You might not see me properly. You just see a black guy walk. That's me.
I used to. Are you going?
Yeah, no, I was just saying and we actually did one not long ago as well. A couple of weeks ago, which is the workshop.
Yeah.
So randomly, Danny got hit up to do a photography workshop. And he's like, hey, bro, this guy, he be like, hey, come in, you talk about photography, I'll talk about videography. I said, yeah, bet. Random. 15 kids there. We just ran a workshop talking
Aren't you
about.
just the guy with the camera though?
Bro.
Where did
Bro.
this
I
come
actually
from?
told them that
Guys.
as well.
You won't believe what I was telling these kids. This is a lens. This is a camera. We put it together. I know this guy looked at me when I said this, like, bro. But it was fun.
We was legit.
Bro, we looked legit. This guy over there in a different room doing like interviews with the videos. I'm over here teaching how to take photos. Hold this button.
Bro, I remember with that particular side quest, I didn't have all the XP points,
Yeah.
because I was there and I didn't have an extra SD card because we didn't anticipate how many cameras we were going to use for photography.
Yeah.
So for videography, I didn't have the extra SD card at the time. So I deadass had a kid there practicing the second angle, capturing no content on it at all because I couldn't. They're like, "Is it recording?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just
Don't worry about it, buddy.
just for practice, just for practice, bro."
Oh my
It was
god.
interesting.
Yeah, I was quickly going to say, should I deliver the news? Because it kind of goes in line with.
It does.
It
You
does.
can, yeah.
All right, so speaking of the bag and the side quest, I got hit up with a crazy email
Okay.
from the same agency
Okay.
saying, I think it's the one. Was that the airline?
Serious bag.
Serious bag.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna actually tell people what it is. I'll actually tell them what it is
This is the opportunity
because they're gonna know how bad I fumbled this bag.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's a fumble.
He hasn't lost it. He's giving it up.
Yeah, I haven't
Right.
lost it. It's a sacrifice.
Okay.
So they hit me up saying, "Hey yo, we're gonna shoot all day, one day, about 8 hours, about $2,000 something, $2,000, $2,400 for one day
That's
shoot."
300 an hour, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mathematics.
yeah.
Quick maths.
I looked. I said, "Yeah, bet." I looked at the date. Knowing I realized that's when it's gonna be Daniel's Bucks night.
I don't know what date that is.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can tell you what it is. So make sure you cross out the 26th.
Bro, we've been trying to figure out how do we tell what day.
Hey, so make sure you correct me if I'm wrong. But make sure you cross out the 22nd of July.
That's a sad
Damn, I
thing,
think
yeah.
I've got to shoot that
Bro,
day.
cancel your shit right now.
$2,400 for 8 hours.
Damn.
All right, cancel the 22nd of July, the 23rd of July. And
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
nah.
did I just say
I thought
another
this was meant
date?
to be a surprise.
Yeah, this guy just.
Wait, what the heck?
Nah. Hey, we might have plans.
You-
What do you mean?
This is interesting.
Nah.
Hey,
And that's
speaking
what
of doing ads.
Nah, that's what I'm gonna say. Hey, make sure you have.
But you dropped the $2,400 bag.
Yeah.
I had
for
to.
that.
I
I'm
had
not
to.
gonna lie.
Nah. I actually need your honest opinion. Would you be hurt if I don't come?
Like, it's...
Actually,
I
it's
don't
not
know what the
that-
plans
actually,
are.
it's not that bad.
I
I
don't
can
know what the
actually-
plans are, but you could send the day.
To be honest, I can just drive to you guys.
You could?
I'm thinking about it now.
He's
Hey,
alright.
cuz, send me the email, bro. I'm busy.
You're skipping as well.
Nah, Daddy, this is what we're gonna do.
I
Right?
said 22nd,
No.
boss.
Yeah, I got an idea. Honestly, I'll send you the email.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it, and then we'll just drive up to
And we'll
these
link up.
guys.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Good chat.
Yeah, make sure you have the 22nd crossed out.
Yeah,
though.
done. Send them more. Man said, speaking of ads.
Yeah, because
Oh,
now
shoot.
that you
I
say.
thought you were about to say step one. I'm not even
Yeah,
checking.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's good. All right.
Stories.
Yeah.
I haven't. When you're saying like side quests and stuff,
Yeah.
because I haven't. Everything seems connected in my life to what I'm doing, but I guess when I was younger, there was a lot of side quests through football
Yeah, right.
that were happening.
That's
so
true.
ads was like I remember. So I think I've told you guys that I did the World Cup ad
Yeah, you
for the
did.
bid and stuff, and that was when I remember I was what 2010, so 12, 13 years old. And that was like the first time I clocked. I was like, man, there is so much money in this.
Yeah, man.
Because like while they were shooting ours, they were shooting another campaign. They were like, we'll figure out which one we go with.
Oh wow.
And they were
Yeah,
like,
man.
they were like, they brought directors from Italy and all this stuff.
Oh.
And like we were, I remember they picked 4 of us
Yeah.
as the mains. And
The heroes.
Then, yeah, the heroes.
Yeah.
And then and then it was like 20 other kids all from our
Wow.
academy kind of thing.
Racist.
And as the mains, I remember it was like 2 nights worth of filming, really. Maybe
Man was posted.
8 hours.
Did
in
you
total.
stay there or your parents, is it back and forth kind of situation?
It was very close to home. It was the national stadium. We were
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
on the grass there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like as a kid, it's like that's all the exciting stuff that you're doing. But then it's like 12 years old and they're paying you.
Yeah, wait. Who took the bag?
I did, but my dad was like, you have to give to the less fortunate people a bit.
Oh man, yeah. How'd you feel?
Yeah, it was good. Man.
Okay.
5 years old, yeah, it's good.
You took the stupid money, bro.
Yeah, bought my own PS3 off that.
Come on.
Wow.
It was like, yeah, it was good. Like what, $1,000 at that age for like
That's a lot.
8 hours of shooting.
I'll lose my mind.
Wow.
Crazy, bro. It was crazy.
Lose my mind, bro.
But that was like,
That's dope.
whoa. And then there was always the other little side quests. So like every time one of the clubs would like sign a decent sized player, you know, like a Brazilian guy's coming, a French guy, whatever, like they would have like the kids come out and,
Like,
you know, at the
welcome
press
him,
conference, like photos with him,
Yeah,
almost like
yeah.
a community
Ah.
thing.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that kind of stuff when I was younger. But as I've gotten older, it's like, seems like there's less and less. And I don't know if that's, especially like later. Actually, no one was really doing that many side quests, I guess, in end of high school for the most part. But I guess maybe for me it was because it was a lot of time like trying to find my roots in this place. You know, it's like a new spot.
Yeah. Bro, doing up side quests kills me, man. But it's definitely needed. But I think you
fun,
can get
man.
lost in the source of it.
Yeah, you
But
can't.
it just I think like you're saying, you know, you did the one back in the days and opened your eyes to this is how much, for example, money's in the world.
Oh, it's wild.
But even just for me, I'm like, oh, that's what they mean when they like they put a marker down, like that's how it works, and they just got all these fluoro-colored tapes, and it's like, oh, that's how that actually functions. It's like it's
everything is purposeful.
Yeah.
And you realize like how much of an operation it is because they're like, yo, we have to get this done between Wednesday and
for real.
midday Friday.
For
All right?
real.
So every single shot we have to map this. And now it's like, okay, I get why storyboards are so important. I get why, don't use the blue tape there, use the green tape.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
it's
that kind of thing.
crazy.
It's like, damn.
Even the little things. I'm stressed work or whatever. They had to put like a particular post-it note here that said this on here. They're like, all right, I need you to maybe open the bag in this direction and not this direction, and then just follow down this path. I'm like,
Yeah.
this
Those little
operation.
things, yeah.
I'm telling you, 15 people deep for 3 shots.
Yeah.
You know, and every single one of them is present each time. Yep. You happy with that? Yep, I'm happy with that. Yep, Roger. Yep, cool. All right, cut. I'm like, damn, bro. Operation.
Just goes to show how much money they're probably making off
Bread.
the ads as well.
Bread.
So
100%.
Nah, this
Bread.
ad.
I'm gonna have to
much people.
negotiate my
I mean, you think about it. If they're giving you, did you say how much they gave you?
on here.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
It was
like let's say they gave you, I don't know, 25,000. Now, like if they're willing to give someone like 2K for a
that's
shoot,
chump change.
that
for
means
them.
the ad is like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
to
wild.
run on national
Yeah.
TV. All this is going to cost you $5 million, right? And to have it shot and everything is going to cost you 150K. You know?
Mad.
Wow.
Money is there.
The money's there. I remember like my sister did a shoot.
Fab.
God paid the
I'll
bag.
tell you all about the one I
Damn.
fumbled for us. Yeah.
Crazy. And then she told me about it. I said, yeah, cool. And then I think like a month later, I was like, hey, what's this ad? She's like, yeah, I got a call that said they're not going to use it, but they're going to pay me. I said, damn, just like that.
That happens a lot too.
Bro, yeah,
Yeah.
it's legit.
Yeah.
Crazy
It's
bag,
mad.
man.
Similar kind of one as well. It was for a big company, and they hit me up to get like other people involved, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was literally, I think, a day or two before we're leaving, and they need the video the day before or something like that. They were leaving, where it's like we have to get together, look like a family and friends kind of catch up. I'm like, dog, we're not gonna be able to like do this. But
Right, if the
it was
bag is
literally
right.
$2,000 $2,000 day shoot fee.
Yeah.
So we all missed out on.
Nice.
Don't worry, but the next one, because bro, the email's bling. Fam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
gonna
nah.
put people on to this agency or
No,
Yeah, that's
part,
keep it a bit?
I
You-
put,
yeah.
I
Them,
put
but yeah.
these guys.
No,
onto
no,
it.
You
no.
even put
Actually,
I've
yourself
never done it
on.
myself.
And he's never done. But
Come
as soon as
on.
we left, we said, "No, do it, bruv." And he hasn't
Yeah.
done it yet.
Nah, it's
I'm
actually,
busy.
Bro,
Side
bro,
quests.
for the side quest, you
Yeah.
figure it out.
Bro,
you get back to
you
the main
figure out the
story
side, bro.
afterwards.
Bro, you figure out the side code. They say 3 hours on a Monday. Yeah,
I got it.
Say no more. I'm sick for the first 3 hours.
I feel better now.
I feel better now.
That's like, why my eyes on my money, boy.
Give me that green nose. Yeah, I feel better now. We good.
Like, it was a fun time. Yeah, if anyone's actually interested in that, hit us up directly.
Yeah, yeah.
About
We'll send
this.
you. We'll send you a link or something like that,
And then,
and then you know we can
pan
figure
it.
out.
And then we'll figure out getting our cut from the people then, because hello, this, you
That's true.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we need 20% cut.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Marwa, have you done any side quest? Or if you had to do a side
I
quest, what
have
would it
recently. I'm really interested in this side quest.
Ah, this
I feel
side
like
quest
I
is
have.
Marwa had a major side quest though at one point.
What was it?
Doing a beauty pageant
Oh.
in South Sudan.
be? Oh, that was the
not
side
even on my
quest.
days.
That photo
That
lives
was-
on Facebook.
That was peer pressure, yo.
That was a
Like I kind
That
of
was-
forget that happened.
that I did that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was such a noob.
Bro, when I think about that, that's how I know you guys be together forever, bro.
bro.
That was
it's
a
Like when
time
I
ago.
think of that, I'm like, bro, that's 15 years ago, bro.
That was time ago. Yeah, bro. We were 10 years old,
I
man.
actually
Bro.
did another beauty pageant too, the country girl one. Remember that one? It's like a country girl, Australia country girl beauty
Yeah, what
pageant.
happened? I remember that.
I ended up leaving before
left,
like the
yeah,
main
yeah,
event because
yeah,
it was
yeah,
just But maybe that should be my new thing actually, into pageants. Someone hit me up. Wait, I can actually do it. I reckon I could.
No, go for it. It was funny.
I
remember
reckon
at
I
the
could.
time,
You're gonna see me on the stage.
It was funny at the time because we were like, "Is your girl like a model or something?" I was like, no. But like she was in a like I think she's beautiful, obviously, but she's not like officially like.
Definitely
And this
not.
is young, early.
Yeah,
days.
this was
Like
It was
years
actually
ago, man.
big.
like 2017, 2016,
It was massive
probably.
back
That
then.
that year was actually
It was
was
massive.
huge. That was
Yeah.
actually you actually did it at the right time.
Yeah.
But that's a goose side quest.
You're doing some soon coming up with your
Yeah.
workshops, eh?
That's
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
That's a good
That's
side.
exciting.
That's
Mac,
heck.
Graphic design workshops.
Mm.
I think for me, where it's like when I think about it, I'm like, my life feels like a side quest because it's like
To what?
I taught myself all this graphic work,
Yeah.
websites, all this. Like it's not something I study for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But everyone just comes to me for it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is to be honest, I'm just riding this wave until everyone's like, he doesn't know what he's doing. like,
So graphic design.
like, what's my main thing? I don't know.
Oh gosh,
It's
interesting.
a vibe at the end of the day, man. But bro, if people have,
Everyone should get one.
yeah, everyone find a side quest, man. If you got any for us,
Last week I said I want to start learning the piano, and you just giggled at me, bro.
Piano's nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's a nice one.
It's a nice one.
That's a nice
what
one
have
to pick
you
up for sure.
looked into to further that?
Nord keyboards.
Nord keyboards. Yep, the cheaper joints.
I don't know. That's the one they use in the churches.
Oh yeah, the good joints.
The Lord is where the Nord is. That's what they say.
the what?
The Lord is where the Nord is.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
Are you actually gonna do it?
I want to.
Yeah, no, send it as well,
Yeah,
man.
I will.
If we end up
Bro,
doing our
the real side quest is if you learn how to learn piano, and now all of a
And
sudden
then I'm performing at a bar on a
yeah,
Friday
bro,
night.
Yeah.
that is
That would be
the
dope.
ultimate side quest. The guy say randomly, this band hit me up. You know, I'm gonna be there to play. Like once every couple of months, I just see no go. That's
One
a,
side
that's a real
quest
side
I've
quest.
always thought I can do, and it's so funny because somebody recently said everyone thinks they can do this. I can DJ.
Oh,
I can DJ.
that's-
One day it's gonna be rhythm
think
or something, and you're just gonna see me.
Bro, that is
think
actually a
everyone
solid
does think
side
that,
quest.
actually.
Yeah.
genuinely, surely you guys think it too.
Nah, I know I can hear music very well, and I can see what flows, what da da da. But I'm not gonna be able to. It's the
Once
technicalities.
I'm taught how to utilize the equipment,
It's finished
I could run this.
because the song choice is already there.
Yeah.
the Baghdadi, bro.
You know,
Come on.
yeah, the Baghdadi, yeah,
Come on.
Send it, bro. Send
yeah.
it.
I mean, I could definitely see that as a goose side quest. DJ once in a while here and there.
I don't see that for you, bro. After the music,
me?
Yeah. After the music
Nah, I reckon,
competition
bro,
amongst
no.
ourselves,
Nah,
we know
I reckon I could be a crazy
the orgs
DJ.
battle. Yeah, we know.
Nah,
you're
I reckon I could be a
definitely-
crazy DJ.
Yeah. Good chat.
Gonna bring memories that people ain't tapped into for a long time.
My days, man. I was gonna say then. I don't know if we asked this before on the podcast. Do you guys now know what your particular talent is then? That you bring and you utilize?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like we talk about
That
these
is
side quests, you
hard,
know what I'm saying? Like there's hella different things that we're tapped into. So, but it's like, let's say when God was doing up your choose your character or create your avatar for you, what did he select as your skills?
Like, what was the water pour? You know,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
What's the call, bro? What's the Powerpuff Girl's dad, man? Professor? How sugar spice everything nice?
Yeah.
What did he add in
Yeah.
there for you, bro?
Well, what was that tub that goes?
Yeah. Oh, the bringing the trend.
The trend. Yeah. Attitude.
What was the heavy tub of water for you
In the talent department.
in the talent department?
Okay.
But it can't be anything podcast or conversational.
Oh, sugar.
He was ready.
I wouldn't really say conversation. I think something that involves people.
Yeah.
Yeah, what though? Like leading them, connecting with them, like what?
Looking at them.
Looking at
like,
them.
like, what do you do, bro?
Scaring them.
I would say, okay, talent. Oh.
Back to the drawing board.
I said, you know what? It has nothing to do with people.
No,
I was talking about this with Marwa this morning.
I want to hear.
Yeah, my one is I know my gift is speaking, like in a preaching type of way.
Okay.
What a preacher.
But I don't know
Oh, you love it.
where that gets utilized at the moment. But I can see where like I can see the gift for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Oh, sorry.
like I've learned to apply that to different areas of my life.
Do you remember when we were talking though
churchy things.
as well beforehand, and I was like the difference between the talent and the skill and the gift.
Facts.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is that his skill?
No. So we were talking because we were talking about like someone like if you're in a pastoral like position, it's like that is within faith is like there's a belief of like that is like actually being like that's your gift to walk in within the church, within God's work and stuff like that. But I was like, there's other talents that you can add to that. So I think of like particular pastors that are also very musically gifted, where they preach and they can shepherd well, they can pastor well, but they're also like crazy drummers or something like that, or very artistic. Our own pastor, very like you have a skill to paint. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a talent, and then I'm trying to see how do we separate that from like let's say a gifting or you know what I mean? Is there even a?
That's very.
Then what would you say?
Wouldn't your talent be like graphic
wittiness?
design and stuff?
But
that's or is that a skill? Because now we're bringing out the categories.
So for me, when I
Old
think
ass
of
hands.
because we talk about gift or talent, gift is all talent that we talk about. Or is that or you guys said that's the same thing?
Would you say a gift would feel like?
Because if we talk about gift, then that's when I would say your gift will be like what you just said.
Like wittiness? Like being witty?
Nah, because now I'm just trying to distinguish between the gift and the skill.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I get you.
So your gift, maybe God said, hey, no, your gift is to be able to preach to people. You know what I mean? But then the skill in that is speaking.
Yes. Yeah. That's where I was going with.
You know what I mean? So which means now technically, even though that's your gift, yes, it comes with a skill. So you can utilize that skill in different areas.
I lean that.
Marwa's got some.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, just to kind of clarify, I searched up definitions. So it says that, talent is a natural ability that someone is born with. So it's something that it's just natural. It comes to you, right? Yeah. Whereas, your gift is God-given, and that's something that just comes easy to people as well. And a skill is something that is learned. So something that can be taught with practice. So that's kind of like the difference.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm like, okay, for example, graphics, like that's a skill.
That's
like,
a skill.
Yeah. So that definitely is a skill.
But that becomes very different to a gift now then.
Yeah, all right, yeah, fair.
Because your skills here.
Any of us know our gifts then? Like, is there anything that you feel like you haven't had to, like, figure out over time, or? Actually, it's about even a gift. Like, you still, you still have to unwrap it and figure it out. You know what I mean? Like,
unpack that.
Unwrap was the word.
yeah. You still have to steward
communicator.
You still have to steward a gift for sure.
Yeah.
Then, all right, the question is now rephrased, okay? Because I like the fact that we say a skill is an ability that you can acquire with practice and refine with practice, right?
Yeah,
as well. But a skill can be picked up, whereas a gift is the natural predisposition to be able to do something. Yeah, so we can now bring it into the conversation of this, a gift for preaching, more generally a gift for being able to speak and communicate, to be a communicator then or something like that. So if we're walking down that line, for the rest of us, where else does that kind of fit then? In line.
I feel like it's hard then to even. Well, no, I was gonna say I feel like then a lot of giftings is like physical attributes, then, right? Like so. Like it is a gift from God that LeBron is the size that he is. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter how good he would be at basketball if he didn't have that build.
It's not working out.
It's not working out the way it is. right? So it's like, it's literally something that, he's born with, didn't have to figure that out either. You know, like there's no point in his life where he's like, so how should I jump?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, well, it's just part of how you're worked out. You know what I mean? Same thing with, like, let's say Floyd Mayweather. It's, I don't know. There must be something in, like, his, let's say, reaction rate, right? It's like, that's just his gift.
Or like runners as well. It's like,
long legs or whatever it is. Like,
because for me, bro, growing up, I never really ran. You know what I mean? Like, I don't run. I didn't practice to run. I don't know if that sort of makes sense. And then next thing you know, I go to primary school. Oh, cross country. What is this cross country thing? All you have to do is run 3 kilometers. I say no more. Come second. You know what I mean?
Not first, huh?
Nah.
Not first, huh?
Another black guy trust. So yes,
it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Now I get what you're saying in terms of when you talk about gift. Now it becomes more of a physical thing rather than a
physical. But I guess it can still be mental because there's some things
like a personality trait as well.
Well,
could be a
to be honest,
or like you know how some people it's like their gift is wisdom in a specific thing, right? So like it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Tell
So
me
it's all sports examples for me, but I'm like, there's certain people where I'm like, you understand tactics in sport so well, like it's so naturally, like because there are a lot of like athletes like that where you're like, you watch them and you're like, you're not the strongest, you're not the fastest, you're not the tallest, you're not the shortest, you're not the whatever, but you read this game better than anybody else on this field ever could, and it's like, but it takes no effort for you to do this. I'm like, that's a gift.
That is very interesting because then now, you could argue it's a gift, but you could also argue it's a skill.
You can learn that.
Because
too,
for example, like Rajon Rondo, right? One of the smartest players there. He's not tall. He's not all that, but one of the smartest guys when it comes to basketball on the court, right? But then now, is that a gift or did he grow up watching like 10, hours and hours and hours and watching what could have been done better here or there? You know what I mean? So it's very hard. I mean, I don't really know his story, so I can't really answer that. But it could also be that. So it could legit be a skill that was acquired as well. But at the same time, if we're calling something like that a gift, right? Because when you're growing up, you can legit shape how you want your child to be.
Okay, this is part of what I want to ask.
Do you get what I mean? So now if we're talking about sports, it's like, what if I never exposed my child to sports at all? I don't know if that makes sense, right? Absolutely. So then now it's like, because when I think of giving, it's more of like, regardless of what I do, you're gonna have this thing. It's gonna be.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Though. Yeah, a gift still has to be nurtured ultimately too. You know, like a gift without the right place to express it is
that's true. And I like what TD Jakes said in his
Come on.
in his book Crushing.
Crushing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, talk to me.
Why
You're gonna table the tree, the table. You make the tree, the table. Come on, man.
God never made a table.
Yeah, God did.
He gave me resources.
Where's dinner?
Yeah, so where's dinner?
Come on, give it to us. Crushing moments.
I think there was this one time, like they were together as a family, and then I think something happened. I think something with the light or whatever it is, right? And his granddaughter, aged 12, quickly was able to solve the problem. Right, but I don't know. She came up with an idea that was so creative. They were like, "Wait, hold on, what the heck? We could actually do that, right?" And then the moment that he saw that she's a problem solver, boom, straight at leadership.
Started giving her
workshops every day. What should I do, right? But you're right. I think sometimes you can see a light in something, and I think that's why as parents is also our responsibility to turn around and say, "Wow."
Nurture those things.
They can do that right now, right? And then straight away feed them with that sort of stuff. So, example, my niece, I see that she's a good runner. You know, she can run, pretty fast for her age. So I'm like, I told myself, hey, athletics. You know what I mean? So then now you begin to build that up straight away at such a young age.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
When you can spot certain things, it's like, because there are certain things in all of our lives where it's like, yo, I know I'm a 6 out of 10 at this thing. If I get better, I can become a 9.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's certain things, and you will see this in kids where it's like, or even ourselves, but it's like, yo, I'm a 2. If I get twice as good, I'm a 4. That's not worth investing in this.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you might look at your kid and you're like, hey, bro, like, mathematics is not for you.
Give it up, Kurt.
You know?
So it's definitely, I mean, for me growing up at least, because things was different with the prices of moving around and so on. So it was really hard to try to find out spot the gift at such a young age. I don't know about you, probably same as well, where because you're moving from place to place.
Yeah.
So then it would be hard, even if your dad did spot a gift. It's like it's hard to kind of put you in workshop or programs and all that sort of stuff because now you're moving to another place and then now you're doing this and now you're doing that, right? But I think
hinders that stuff.
It definitely
Really
does. It definitely does. But I don't want to discuss one again. But I think now moving forward, but it doesn't sound happen to the audio.
Nah. She made me hit my head on the microphone.
Oh, that's all right, bro.
We're listening.
Okay, now I thought something happened to the audio or something.
No.
But now I think it's a lot easier for us to be able to straight away see some young age and straight away feed that straight away as soon as you can. If it's drawing, you know what I mean? If it's this, whatever it is, it's like, I bet.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, particular, like, how can I say this? Would we say it's a gift to have particular mentalities or mental traits? So, for example, when you mentioned the TD Jakes one, I was actually thinking about this about myself recently. I was like, I'm very resourceful. Like, if there's something going on, I will use the most random thing to fix whatever. Or like don't worry, we'll just da-da-da. Like, I can see certain sometimes connections of, okay, this can help to sort this out kind of thing. And I was like, every time I challenge myself sometimes. I'm like, how you gonna fix this one or sort this one out now? And I surprise myself. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
problem solver.
No, but I didn't even think about it in the words of problem solving. I just looked at it in resourcefulness of.
Yeah.
Like I felt like when a caveman at the start. Like, bruv, how we gonna start this fire, bruv? Whoa, you know what I mean? Like, there's those kind of connections there. So I was like, all right, do we think things like level-headedness,
like be able to stay calm under certain
I don't know if it's a high or low. A high temperament, so being able to, tolerate, or be accommodating for certain types of personalities, all that kind of stuff. Or I don't want to say joy, because within faith, that's not even necessarily like a what do you call it? That you were like born with or whatever, right? You know what I mean? But like those types of like mentalities and stuff like that.
I think ultimately all this stuff is like, those ones are tough because it's almost like health, right? Where you're like, if you have good health, God gifted it to you, right? You can work to be more healthy still.
Yeah.
You know? And if you have bad health, you might have contributed to that. You know what I mean? And you might have not. It's very hard to, and same thing with the mentalities, right? It's like, oh, I'm super stoic or something, right?
Stoic meaning.
I don't know. I just heard that recently.
I forgot what it means.
It's like
just no emotions,
like as in I can go through things.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it means. But I could also learn how to be like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and that's why I'm kind of like maybe it's a gift, maybe it's not. I think I'm honestly like, for me, I guess the only thing that is non-negotiable when it comes to like, yo, this is a gift, is if it's like physically on you. You know what I mean? Like, or physically in you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, as in, like, I don't know. Like, you can't, something that you can't learn or change. That is evidently a gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the whole LeBron thing, right? Or I don't know, like Cristiano Ronaldo. You're like, you have the perfect physique for this, right? And that's why it is super stunning when like people that don't have that excel the way you are, right? But it's like, otherwise I'm like, because everything else can kind of, if you're learning it, I'm like, I don't know how much I can say that's a gift. Like, sure, maybe it's a gift in a sense that the opportunities came up or whatever. Like, yeah, maybe, but it's not a gift that you got like that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think I heard someone was talking about, I'll quickly use like a basketball scenario here. So Shaq, one of the most dominant players in NBA history, right?
Yeah.
And then someone was talking about another big man. It's like, at your best ever, you're not even close to Shaq's level at his worst. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so that's why I can understand the whole gift thing as well, where it's like, because you don't have that gift, so at your best, you're still not on the same level as this guy.
Literally. Like, that guy changed the way basketball was played.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not because of anything he did other than grow into the genetics that he has.
I really like the conversation that you're talking about when it comes to differentiating the mentality aspect from being a gifting, because I remember Marwa like was bringing up, oh yeah, like, you know, this person's going through this person's going through that, whatever. And then a part of me, I was just like, damn, bro, why can't this person just like change their mentality on this or something? Or like, because I'm very brutal sometimes, I guess, on other people when it comes to some mentality things, and I think it comes from a point of privilege for sure.
Yeah.
Of like having been able to build a lot of these mentalities or like resilience or whatever, because of my own upbringing, yeah. And it's like not everyone actually has the exact same type, right? And I think you and I were speaking about this as well, even though. But I'll hear like, you know, oh, this person this, and this person is in this again, and I'm like, and then the same type of language that these type of people rather, or like, you know, people have around their situations is like but that's just how that's just who I am. And I'm like, yeah, but like
change.
Yeah, you know,
in a dumbed down way. It's like,
and I'm like, is that very rich of me to say? Like, change? You know what I mean? Like, but I'm like, how long can we continue to excuse ourselves from facing ourselves as well sometimes, or like the challenge of facing ourselves, you know what I'm saying? You know, I talk about how, even on the drive here, I'm talking about something, and I was like, people are going to be 30 years old, whatever, full-blown adults, and still being pressured by, like, their parents and stuff like that in certain things. And for me, like, I find it, I know it's very rich of me to say that, like, just stand your ground, because I have parents that are understanding, right? Yeah. So I don't actually know what it means to the full extent,
to
at
deal
least,
with the other side.
To deal with a very hard-headed parent,
yeah?
So when I say just stand your ground as an adult, you're blah blah blah. You've got this going. You're probably, I don't know. Let's say you're paying mortgage already. Let's say you've already got a kid. Let's say you're fully into your career. I'm like, your life is your life, fully going for you now, and you're still being pressured by this parent or these traditions. I'm like, just do you. But I'm like, okay, that might be very rich of me to say, because I know that if I tell my parents, no, I'm doing this, as much as I know what they want me to do on certain things, sometimes, like, I know that they're going to be like, at the end of the day, what are we going to do? We have to just trust that we've raised him right and let him do what he's saying he's going to do, kind of thing. But then, I don't know, like, I still look at some people and I'm like, yo, like, just change your mentality on this, or stop calling yourself this, or stop looking at this in this particular way, or, you know, start doing this instead, implement that. It's easy, you know? But, yeah, I'm like, how much is it, how much of it, how much of that really is the gift of potentially your experience and your, you know, your surroundings? Because we can actually call that a gift too. Yeah. Not like an inherent talent or anything like that, but it genuinely is a gift to be able to have these type of experiences that absolutely, you know, contribute to those things. But man, I'm like, how much can people change on these certain things and stuff like that? Like, is there really no, that's just who I am. That's just what I know. That's just what I, you know?
I think that is scary. Oh, no, good. Okay. I think it is scary, that side of things, where you're like, man, like, what if those people don't change, right? And it's like, it must be exhausting knowing, like, this is not how I want to be or how I want to live, but I just can't get out of these cycles. Yeah. You know? One thing, like, my dad has always told me is, like, life is just cycles. Yeah. And if they're good, let them keep going. And if they're bad, break them as fast as you can. Because it's just going to keep looping in that way. And it's like, it must be exhausting, like, knowing, because you can even spot the cycles when they're, you know, when they're happening, but you get, like, in denial about them or whatever, and you're like, no, this time will be different or whatever, and it's like every time it's the exact same thing, and it's like, that's hard as well, and it's like, it does make you feel for that person. On one hand, it's like, just break out the cycle, like, I'm telling you what to do, you know? On the other hand, it's like, there's so many elements that they're balancing and all this stuff.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to say. I was like, I think a lot of the times we assume that breaking the cycle will end positively for people. Like, you know, when Daniel was mentioning before, there's like going to be some 30-year-olds who don't know how to stand up to their parents. We're assuming that once you stand up to your parent, everything's going to be fine afterwards. It's not the case for a lot of people, and that's why you see a lot of people, they're so scared to try and break the cycle because they don't know how to navigate, like, what's next? How do I now move from a cycle that I've broken, which was bad? All of these things are being released, and now move into a cycle that is good. Like, some people don't know how to navigate that, you know, the space in between, which can be hard and it can be daunting too. Imagine, you know, you now break away from your family, or you stand up to your parents. they disown you. Now you don't have parents around, parents who are looking after you. You know, they've kicked you out and all that stuff. It's like, how do I now navigate? Now I've added an extra layer on top of my issues because someone told me to, you know, break free or stand up to my parents or do something like that. So
Thanks a lot, buddy.
literally.
It's true. And like even this one I was telling you, like there's certain things in my life where I'm like, bro, I don't even want to face these things and figure them out because if I have to unpack this,
it, yep.
then things have to get really bad before they can get good again. It's like, to be honest, let them just stay out.
Exactly.
You know, and like now imagine your whole life is like that, right? It's like
it is crazy.
that's-
Your whole life is like that.
It's scary.
I am curious to know in which that like for example, if someone is saying I can't stand up to my parents, that's okay. I might understand that to an extent, but if that's you within your friendship, within your parents, within this, within that, now there's actually a problem. If that sort of makes sense, right? And of course, with the parents, what it kind of sort of makes sense, you know, depends on how you grew up, right? Because your parents you might have grown up in a household where
you can't challenge anything.
You can't say anything. What I say it goes, right? On that kind of vibe. So which means, what kind of environment that's creating is that you're not able to speak your mind. You're not able to say what you want, right? So then now when you're 20, 18 or whatever, you never really speak your mind growing up. You can't do it all of a sudden saying, this is what I want, right? It's like, no, that's not what you're doing. This is what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But I can also let you understand that you're taking that mentality and you're applying it to your friendship, and then or you're applying it to your relationship as well. Whereas like now in your relationship, you can't really stand up for, and for me that never makes sense. But like where you can't stand up for yourself in a relationship, you can't stand up for yourself in a friendship. You can't call things out, as well. But I think we need to challenge those people though. I think we actually need to sit down. If it's your brother, if it's your sister, it doesn't matter who it is. If it's your friend, I think we actually need to sit down and actually dive into it in terms of why aren't you doing things this way. I am curious to also hear the answers for it as well. You know when you just don't understand, and then now you just want to understand someone's reasoning for something, where it's like, this is clearly ruining you, right? So now I just want to know, why are you not taking the necessary steps to be able to speak up? It's just simple as that. Why aren't you speaking up about, about how you feel about this, right? But I think the fact that we're able to, or some people are able to do it I know a few people that's been doing it for quite some time now. But what I also know is that no one really challenged their thoughts on that as well. No one really sat down with them to turn around and say, what's going on, or why aren't you doing that, or how can I support you in speaking up? So yeah, I think challenging is definitely something that's needed there, man.
I'm with the fights now, bro.
I am.
Respectful
fights. I'm gonna tell you straight out what it is, and I'm not ducking for no smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some don't feel right. I just say, hey, to be honest, I'm not doing this.
I think I might have. I don't know when I said it on the pod, like a period of time ago, where I was like, yeah, I'm ready for all the smoke now. I think there was a period of there was a period of time when I said I was ready to be smoky.
But like that also, like, we're similar on that, right? But that also comes from, like, let's say, for example, both of our parents have done this, right? Where they've been, I'm willing to leave this community if this is not good, you know? And so they were ready for the smoke. So we've been used to seeing someone that's ready for the smoke.
For the smoke,
You know?
Nah, in honesty,
my mom is ready for the smoke.
bro.
Right?
Yeah.
If something's not right,
and I learned that,
bro, if something's not right, you clearly see someone is just moving such a mad way, bro. I'm not in for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak up.
You
like it or
people
not.
Though, they just leave me alone. I don't want to confront. I don't want confrontation. Just, it is what it is.
Yeah, but when you avoid
if it's not detrimental,
that's what I'm saying.
But it will
people
be.
avoid the confrontation.
You're right.
And now their body's itchy, bro.
It is a tough balance, though, because there is also that thing of, like, those people that are always on smoke, and it's like, bro, shut up. Like, now you are genuinely
You're the
a
pain
point in life.
Of course.
Well,
Like, everything is out. No, I want my rights. I want my this. I want my. It's like, bro, shut up. Like, your cheeseburger had, I don't know, one extra slice of cheese. Like, okay,
Hey, man, it's mad. Bro, that's a blessing. God, thank you.
I said it's a one. But yeah, it is quite annoying. People that do it all the time.
Yeah.
But I think
the right ones.
They definitely speak up when you gotta pick your battles. It's the same as this guy. I think it was at on the trip where I think Ma wanted something. Yeah, the dad looks at me, he's like, "Should I?" And I was like, "Hey, Charles, lose this battle." Right?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
I think it was
Wasn't it
I
your
remember-
Okay, so what?
the-
Went out to
the-
dinner. Went out to.
yeah.
No. We started off with dinner. we went to dinner by piano, right?
Have a piano. Yeah,
And then we got a deli drink, lychee drink.
Yeah.
The
beautiful.
best in
The
the restaurant.
lychee drink was crazy.
Bro. Then I took a sip. Like, yeah, this is good. Ma looks at Daniel.
You know it's so good. Yeah, you drinking.
Yeah. Ice for later.
Put it down. Yeah.
As soon as this guy said, "This is good," Ma looks at Daniel's like, "You gonna give me something?" Daniel looked at me and said, "Should I?" And I was
I
like,
asked this guy. I said, brother, dude, you're gonna be real me right now.
What would you do?
What would you do right now,
bro, I looked at him. I looked at him. I said, "Hey, lose this battle.
Win the war.
Win the war. I don't know what the war is,
But win the war.
but win the war."
Oh my goodness, man. Facts, man. It's facts.
Interesting.
I was gonna now ask then as well. When you're talking about like those people that are like, "Oh, bro, shut up," yeah. When have you guys ever been not in necessarily the confrontational person, but when have you guys ever been like at your most annoying and like irritable self? Not irritable, like your other people are irritated by you rather. Like I don't know what phase it must have been
Oh, damn.
for you. Have you ever been able to even reflect and see that you were being that
Like,
person?
as in seriously annoyed, or were you just being
By others?
annoying for fun?
No, like
not
like
for
the
fun.
people were having
Not like yo, I'm being annoying my siblings because it's fun. And they're
Nah,
actually annoyed,
that's
but-
light.
okay,
That's
yeah.
light.
Like, people
Bro, I
find
do
you
that
annoying.
regularly.
Yeah, literally.
But it's the one where it's like they potentially could have had a side conversation of like, yo, what's
This guy's
going
an
on with
idiot.
Noor
Yeah.
right now? What's going on with Carlos, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you guys recognize?
Yeah. There's something wrong with me where it's like the people I love, like I will roast a lot. Like it really doesn't stop, especially with certain people. You know? And like sometimes I can see like they're being hurt. But the thing is, I'll never roast about like physical things. Never, like that's just not me. But it's like like I can see them being hurt, and I'm like, this is like it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Like, and I can tell like they're clearly having other conversations. But I'm like, yeah. Like, I can't sit with my jokes alone.
This guy's okay with it.
But then that's the ones where it's like sometimes like you'll be on the drive and you're like, maybe I should cut this out.
Yeah. You know, you have the little self-reflection a
about
little
it.
bit. You're like, I might be
Like
doing
this,
too
I'm
much.
doing the most.
Because they're walking around like, I'm not hanging out with this guy no
Yeah,
more.
yeah. Nah, sometimes like you feel it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we like actually didn't hang out in 2 weeks.
Needed a break, bro.
That's how you know they're hurt, bro.
Yeah.
And you leave, bro. Yeah,
that's
that's you guys
interesting.
ever identify a time where you were, you know, have you been
Or like
self-reflective enough?
complaining about something or whatever.
Yeah, or even that, bro. Like, you know, like we're
Like you know, like you're in the wrong at this point, but you're
100.
still fighting it.
100, bro. Like, but people are complaining about a particular thing that you do. I think within relationships you hear that kind of one a lot, but a lot of the time you still fight. You're headstrong on whatever it is that person is complaining about. Like, it's just me, just who I am. And then like you're like, yeah, okay, I might be dragging it like a little bit. Yeah, I might need to change it. I know for the annoying thing, I only thought about it reflected afterwards. I remember when my hair was doing Al Pacino at the back, doing up world map, patchy, yeah. And I had to they gave me the injections, whatever, and I had to take a particular pill. Okay. And I remember in this period of time, one, I gained weight, but two, I was also very, very, upon reflecting, I realized I was very irritable. And it meant I was also quite angry towards other people, right?
Right.
Like not
Emotional.
aggro.
You're emotional.
Yeah, but like I could,
Not
I could-
afro.
No, bro, I could pop off. You know what I'm saying? Like I could pop off. Like I'm never the type to explode, like freaking erupt like in a volcano kind of thing. But like I can say a sharp word. You know, it's like after I'm like, oh damn, that was spicy, bro. And I realized afterwards, I think it was minoxidil. That particular one there is prone to have weight gain and aggression.
Yeah.
The guy said, why am I acting like this? It's not
I mean,
me.
I never attributed it fully to that, but I'm like, I can see how the timings of that links up pretty well. That, you know,
yeah.
I remember during that period of time, my mom was copping it from me, even though she's the one driving me to these appointments and stuff like that, caring for me the most. And my mom was copping. I think it was during this period of time. There was one day where we had an argument, but I was leaving to go somewhere. And I slammed the door. I think that's the first time I ever slammed. Oh my days! I'm walking down the ramp, closing the garage door, and immediately as that happened, I was like, "Oh my gosh, bro!" I said, "Get it together, bro." Like,
This ain't good.
I just sit down,
This
bro.
hair needs to come back or bad things are gonna happen.
Bad things gonna happen, man. And I was just like, yo, dog, pull your head in, cuz. Your bald Al Pacino head. pull it in, bro.
Have you ever seen that in your parents, where it's like they know they're being unreasonable and they know they're being disruptive, but like they're at a certain life stage? It's like, my dad, bro. My dad.
Seeing on your parents is funny, man.
Bro, we were in Egypt on a holiday. This man was aggressive with the entire world. And like, Egyptians are pretty lighthearted people, right? Bro, this guy was like he was 2 steps away from cussing out everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
We're on the cruise ship. The guy doesn't put enough on. Put more, bro.
Unprovoked.
Bro, it was mental. Like, you know the ones where the rest of your family pulls to the side and has a meeting about like, yo, what's wrong with dad, bro? Like,
everyone starts looking
even
at
your mom starts talking about like, guys, I don't understand what's happening. I'm like, please keep relax. Like, don't do anything to, you know. I said, get out of the pool. Enough. Okay, yeah. Where's my towel? Like,
bro, when they get you on that,
bro, like you're actually scared about everything. And then I think this was the year after, because it was about a year or so. I think I told you guys we were in Madrid, and my mom and dad, because my mom hates walking when we travel too much. My dad will only walk, and mom and my sister giving him an earful or whatever. I'm only like 9, bro.
I remember this.
I go up to him. I think I'm being empathetic, high EQ, all this stuff. Dad, I feel sorry for you. Are you okay? Feel sorry for yourself, you haywan!
Wait, no ran back to his sister.
That's so good. That's literally happened. Mom and sister in the front, dad's in the back. I dropped back. Let me come inside talk. You called me haywan, bro. I ran straight. I was like, you know what? I don't need this. It's 11 p.m. in Barcelona. I won't do nice things.
You hit a nerve.
Bro.
He said, for himself?
Bro, feel sorry for yourself. Bro. You're like, I wasn't. There's nothing to feel sorry about.
I'm having a good time. What's wrong with you?
Now you start looking for something.
So funny.
Yeah, nah, man. Within the parents, bro, they,
That's hilarious,
man.
yeah. But that was come around.
It's funny though, because with the parents one, for the longest, we never pinpoint what it is at that point, because they don't actually share that with us a lot sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on life stage, age.
Yeah. Or especially that. Yeah, facts. Like when your kids are young, it's like, bro, you don't know if this is money that's stressing you. You don't know if it's
whatever.
This,
your
that.
wife, your husband,
man.
you know, all this stuff. Yeah.
I remember, I think it was last. Was it last? Yeah, last year. I think I said on the pod even where my dad came to me on a real keep it 100 one of like, this is what's going on, and like da. Just let's just chop it up. And I said, damn, like this is, bro, this is the secret room.
Yeah. This is Illuminati in the family.
Literally, I'm looking and I said, bro,
The room goes
where the
dark.
cameras, bro?
You made it to the
Say you're
table.
punked.
How did I get into
Say I'm on punked.
But it is funny. But that's the thing. Like a lot of the time when we were younger, we just look at our parents like, bro, why are you crazy for?
Yeah.
Like, what's
But
wrong
you don't know.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Would you tell your kids if like you were, I don't know, what would you tell your kids that you're going through?
Like what?
Like,
what
let's say, I don't know,
particular-
you're not liking your in-laws.
So like, what age is the kid?
Would you tell the kids?
Let's make them 14 or
14.
even
14 is a
younger?
very sweet spot, to be
14 is
honest,
good.
yeah.
I think that's a good
Because the
sweet
kid could
spot.
either be super mature or super immature, so.
I think you can explain it in a certain way where you don't have to go into depth with it. But
Yeah.
it's like, this is what's going on the surface, you know? Because depending on the age, you also don't want to like, let's just say it is, and you said in-law thing, yeah? You don't want that child now to have a skewed, perception of the people, or skewed perception of, let's just say you're going through something with your finances. Now this child on their mind, oh, finances, I can't do this because dad, mum don't have money, I can't do that. Or, just moving it, like just changing their life on, because, kids are supposed to be kids. Like, let's leave them as innocent and as, thingy as we can. But I think, it's definitely important because, like, in that case, your dad yelled at you. In your mind, you're probably like, I'm the problem. Like, what did I do? Like, did I upset dad? What did I say to dad and all that stuff? Whereas if he just told you, hey, look, I'm just having a bad day. I woke up on the wrong side of the
then
bed.
this idiot's going to say, what's wrong? Like, what's going on?
He tried it.
He's doing too much, bro.
But I think it is important to actually let kids know, like, slightly what's going on.
Bro, I feel for the guy,
No, it's so fun. Like now remembering the whole trip. And it's like I was already in pain. My legs were chafing, bro.
But how can you see back and you're running back, bro?
yourself.
Bro, my legs were chafing. I remember the next day I had to stay there. I was like, I can't walk anymore.
Should have stayed with your mom and your sister, man.
Honestly.
Oh,
my God.
man, oh man. Yeah, with the problems. What are you saying?
The in-laws, or what are we talking about?
What?
Just in general, like, would you let your kids know what's
No,
going
because
on?
his situation was the
Yeah.
in-laws.
Or what
Yeah,
about?
anything, I think.
Example, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I heard someone say like
know.
that they would never let their kids know what's going on financially. And I was like, okay, like they would never. Yeah, I don't know. Like they said they would never share the direct financial.
Either
burdens.
extreme. I wouldn't tell either extreme. Like if we're doing really bad or we're doing really well, I wouldn't tell. Because kids like also, I feel like because they don't understand the gravity of that stuff. Like you don't want your kid going to school and be like, yeah, you know, my dad has 7 houses.
Yeah.
Or do you
Yeah.
know we're getting kicked out next week?
You guys had eviction notices? 7 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I mean, with the finance one, I guess if you do tell your kids at the age of 14, especially, what would be the outcome there?
Like,
Mate,
what is the
You're gonna
outcome
start
that you're
working in
looking
8 months. We're gonna be taking some of
You-
those checks.
Literally, right?
Do you
They
know
said,
what
what
I'm-
outcome are you looking for? Or
Like what
outcome
would
do
be
you
the
think
outcome in that situation? Whereas, yeah, you know what I mean? Because if it's finance, it just sounds like you're just letting them know. But I think it also depends
don't know.
on how do you deal with it. Because I could be having some financial difficulty, but I still be cool with it.
But I think if you're going to have a conversation with them, that means it's impacting or altering
Them.
the way that you guys live. Because
Yes.
I'm not just going to come and say, hey, look, buddy, you know, this week we're a bit low on money. But if it's not impacting anything and if the child isn't going to see...
So that's what I mean.
Yeah, but if it is like something where it's like we're living paycheck to paycheck
Yeah.
and it means you can't do your extracurricular activities for the next 3 months or something, that's when you'll be like, okay, let me explain it to you so that you know. Just so that you're not like, oh, dad and mom are cutting off my extracurricular activities for the next 3 months. Why? I don't know why. You know, whereas then you can actually explain it to them. So I feel like if it's not impacting them,
That's
like
what
you said,
I
I
mean,
think
yeah.
that's why I like that whole, you know, don't tell them if it's like too extreme, like the two extremes and stuff. If you're in the middle and everything is cool, then yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, that makes sense. I think at a certain age, I mean, you could always shift your words, you know, for the next couple of months. I want to focus more on
Yeah.
paying the bills.
Sprinkle a little light.
Literally.
How do you feel about 4 weeks off school? Flip that then. What
to
do
the
you
work.
what do you guys talk to your parents about these days? Like in terms of problems or issues. Do you go to do you guys go to your parents and feel like I'm having financial issues or I'm having relational issues or that kind of stuff? Or is it kind of like you just give them pieces of information as like facts, not as, hey, give me advice. Just like, yo, here's the fact. I don't have money. Okay, bye. You know, like that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I mean, I'm open with my finances to my parents. You know what I mean? Because that's
Balling. I said balling.
not in that way. No, not in bowling way. You know,
Dead broke.
my dad be like, hey, big man. No, not that, bro.
Cool.
In the middle.
No, because you know how sometimes your parents, you know, might be like, hey, let's send this X amount.
Yeah.
And I tell them, hey, I can't do this, but I can do this. And they go, yeah, but you're working on it. Why can't you say that?
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'll break down my finances
Like
to
this
them.
as well.
I would, all right, cool. The reason why I can't do that, because I don't want them to think I'm selfish, you know? Because their money is like, it's only 500, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool, I can't do this, but I can do this. And the reason why is boom, boom, boom. So then now they actually have an understanding of my situation in terms of why I can't do X amount, you know what I mean? So like, all right, cool. Now the conversation has shifted to more of like, hey, what do you think you can do? Rather than, hey, this is what I want you to contribute to because we're sending this to Africa on that kind of vibe. So I think it provides good understanding in that regard. So, yeah. And future stuff sometimes too. Yeah. Like I let them know, hey, big man, 2 years I might be out of the crib. I don't know. You know what I mean? Prepare.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Lately I've been loving it, like chopping up everything. Because I'll pop by kind of thing and like
Just chat.
yeah, most of the time my dad will be in his office or whatever, so I'll just rock up. I just go there. I'll just sit down or stand at the door. Like, how's everything going? And like there's particular different things that he knows
These
I'm up to.
combos right here,
Yeah,
such
these
good-
joints,
phenomenal.
literally, bro.
Elbow on the door.
How about the things? My guy there for 2.5 hours.
Yep. See the leg. You got to get the
Yeah,
leg
you get
as
it,
well.
bro. If you get the leg right, it's game.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just be there and like, financial, relational, even chop it up. I think relational is he's easy because I know that they care about both of us actually equally, right? And they care about both of us together for each other. You know, like there's
That's massive. True, because when you know your parents like accept your relationship, but they're not like chuffed about it.
exactly.
It's like I really don't want to open up to you guys, about
Bro,
this.
because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they could end up they'll end up looking out for your interests within the relationship.
Every problem
right?
is the partner.
100%.
Like,
right.
yeah, this is why I don't like.
But it's like, bro, my mom will call me out on things
Yeah.
because like her and Marwa will speak as well.
Yeah,
So like,
that's nice.
you know what I mean? Like my mom will, she'll tell Marwa, yo, don't take this from that, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, yo, meant to be on my side, but then I realize, nah, like in
really
my head,
not.
I'm like,
Yeah.
no, yeah, this is actually
your
beautiful
side,
that this is the dynamic of it instead. So like, relationship stuff is calm with me as well. Like more recently in the past year, I think sometimes distance brings about closeness too as well.
Yeah.
Corny,
You realize what you're missing out on.
yeah, man. But yeah, it's just it's actually quite. It's kind of like when my dad, you know, sat me down and was able to be open with me about certain things. Like when I realized I'm now consciously doing that, and like there's a space for that as well. You do feel, I don't know, you feel more like there's a battery in your back kind of thing. Like you feel more empowered because you know that like these people that
Your best interest.
because and I see how now if we go back to even the mentalities thing and how some people's mentalities are negative sometimes or not as empowered because of upbringing, it's like if the people that are supposed to have your best interests at heart don't, I see how debilitating that is.
Trust
So-
issues,
Sure.
bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
And it's like how empowering is it when they're meant to and then they do, not only because they're meant to, but because they want to as well, changes the whole game kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But the financial one kills me with my dad because he's like sorted, he's spreadsheeted up kind of thing. Like he's padded himself well kind of situation. And it's like I'm trying to emulate that in my own small way, in my humble beginnings now.
Yeah,
And like he'll sometimes spar with me.
yeah.
You know, I'll talk about I'm about to do this or I'm gonna, you know, make this move or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I did that 3 times, big man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a sparring kind of thing. And like he loves these velocity points, you know?
Yeah.
Every time. How many points you got? And I think I've killed it. Oh yeah. Anyways, platinum ounce.
My guy's putting you on, though.
Yeah, man. But it's good.
That's
It's good.
nice.
How do you facilitate that then with your children from like a young age?
Couldn't tell you that.
Because a lot of the times people tend to get closer when they're older. And then there's always that like teenage gap.
How
And
do you do
and
it?
it's just always like, that's always the thing.
Yeah.
All the time. So
I think there is a lot of people where it's like, because there's no open dialogue in general, right? Like, of course your kids aren't going to talk to you when they're naturally in that stage
Yeah.
that they don't want to talk to their parents, right? They think they're too cool. It's the whole thing, right? Like, as a kid, you think your parents know everything. As a teenager, you think they know nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then as an adult, you're like,
You know
none of
nothing.
us know.
No
anything.
one
Yeah, none of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that stage where they're naturally going to think that you don't know anything, if you're not already talking all the time,
And you've
there
confirmed it.
100% this is, it's like there's 10 gaps in between you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas if there's constantly conversation and even about things that don't matter, right? Like, because that's one thing, like with my dad, it was like growing up, it's like he's just very, what's the word? Like interested and intrigued by like politics and this thing and that thing. And like, he will always like, it's at some points like I'll clock out, but it would just be like, you know, this is like how this engineering element works and all this kind of stuff. And like, he'll talk about it for like literally 15 minutes. And I'm like,
like,
I have
yeah,
no idea what this man is
engineering.
saying.
Cool
right?
story, bro.
But it's always created that thing of like, yo, we just talk
Just
about
talk.
things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's just things in life that we talk about, right? And so then it just feels like it doesn't feel weird to have the concept of having a conversation with this person is not foreign.
Yep, yep. That's true.
And so like the only thing that you're trying to jump into is like, okay, how do I have this emotional deep conversation with this person? That's the only barrier, as opposed to one, how do I have a conversation? And then also, how do I bring up this really deep thing as the conversation? That's like
Yeah, that's
double the work, you know?
I think a bit of it is a little bit inevitable though as well. Because
Yeah.
at that age, you actually don't have a lot of the language to put behind some of the things that you're thinking about or feeling too. Whereas at my age, I can accurately pinpoint, I can give them the clear conversation that they can, like actionable conversation, right? They know what we can speak about. There's correct language to expressing what I'm feeling or what's happening, what I'm going through, whatever. Where sometimes at that age, it is hard to speak about it with, you know, your parents. Not because of the gap sometimes, but because you yourself don't even know what that like is or what that feels like or what that looks like. But
Yeah.
I think now that is felt 10 times more, obviously, if there is no space for the conversation. Because let's say you don't have the language to it, but you still feel you can sit there amongst them and express that. Because there's obviously a liberating feeling in just sometimes speaking about the thing, even if you don't necessarily know what it means.
sure.
You know? So yeah, I think at the end of the day, you still have to strive to create something, but sometimes on certain things, because I'm sure there's some take it to the graves ones that you've never spoken to your parents about, you know, some certain things, yeah? And it's like, is that telling of a bad relationship with your parents? Probably not. It's just one of those
Boundaries.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And it is healthy to have that at the end of the day. At the end of the day, God knows what I want. And that's the big parent.
Cause,
You know?
because like there is also elements like like let's say a relational issue. It's like, damn, some stuff it's like I want to work through this, but I know my parents are like no,
Yeah.
you know, in their mind. So it's like I can't really talk to you about this because I know
mom's
no
gonna-
matter
your
how
mom's-
much you love both of us or whatever,
Yeah.
you're not gonna give me an honest opinion here. You know?
Your mom's gonna be like, she don't like you, man.
yeah.
She don't like your son.
Or even sometimes
That's
it's about
facts.
even like protecting friends,
Yeah.
other cousins.
For
Like
sure.
you actually don't want that to impact
have
on that
impact.
kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like it's not really actually worth it, you know? Yeah.
There's something cool that I wanna do.
Okay.
So one of my friends, man, such a cool guy.
Cool guy.
We were talking about like
yeah.
family history and all that sort of stuff, right? That was on our link up. And then the second link up, the guy comes to our link up with like a book, right? Thick book, but basically all the names, basically like a whole family tree. And then after that goes to page 49. See, that's my name. That's where I was born. Like, I was like, this is dope. So I want to like actually capture like a whole family tree. This is that. My grandparents, this, that. Family side, boom, boom, boom. And then, and also, of course, share that with my kids as well. And then also, it'd be cool to also get that from like my partner's side, all that sort of stuff as well. Because everything becomes a memory. I don't know if that sort of makes sense. But imagine kind of like just kind of scrolling back, just kind of see that family. I don't know. That's something I definitely want to do. I want to tell my mom's like, all right, cool. Because lately, I don't know my cousins like that.
You find out your family tree's a circle.
Cause that's what I was laughing about. I was like, you start looking at
Yes.
two separate branches, like, hey, it's part of the same tree, cuz.
If it is, bro, hey, cancel the whole thing.
Yo, chop it down.
It's really not important for my kids to know this.
But yeah, I definitely want to do that. And I'll actually know like cousins and how we're actually related on that kind of vibe as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's actually quite scary, man. Because anything can happen in this world, bro. Right? God forbid, but let's just say something happens, boom, and then now they cross out of the picture. And now you genuinely do not know like the connections that you have with other people. You don't know how you're related to other people as well. Do you get what I mean? Because then now your aunties or whatever it is have to, you know, like you're not hearing directly from your parents in terms of this is who this person means to you, who this is what they mean to me, this is that. So then now you generally have an understanding in terms of like who's actually close to my parents. I don't know. Of course, here in Australia, I know, but it's like outside of this, right? It's like who can I contact as well, or who can I go to for this? Who can I, you know, on that kind of vibe. So I'm like, hey, to be honest, I'm gonna start that soon.
That'll be good.
I'm definitely gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down. So I cool. Get my laptop out and actually page one. You know.
Bro, it's only one page long, man. Ends like grandparents, no one knows anything else. All right. Nice. That was a great exploration.
Yeah, if it's there, then but full dive down like relationship with this. How was it like this? Boom, boom. Like just having understanding in terms of like how did you grow up and this on that sort of vibe. They definitely wanna.
Was it me that was saying that I was trying to document some of these as well, like interview rents or whatever or something? Oh no, I think I was sharing this idea of like how I wanted to do a documentary. Or something.
Right.
I just had no idea what. But it might be interesting capturing it. Family. I know a lot of my family members would not be on it though. Like I'm not even talking about just my family, like extended. They're like, bro, put this stupid camera away, bro. Just,
Because you're trying to do
just
a
let me
video.
live. Yeah, like imagine that, like just document them.
I
like,
mean, yeah,
yo.
video is cool. I was just for me, just more of like knowledge to be like, cool. I know why God. I know who this person is,
Yeah.
who they mean to me on that vibe.
Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I was inspired because I saw a family actually do that.
All right.
They actually did that. So they I need to find it, but they actually documented. Yeah, they recorded like every family member kind of thing. It was a crazy piece
Talking
of art.
about the Kardashians.
Get out of here. Nah, get out of here. Bro.
They do that well though.
They do?
They
do?
literally
Oh, how
do
many
that
have that stuff
very
forever?
well. Yeah.
For sure.
Mom, how'd
Their
you get
kids,
famous, Mom?
grandkids, all of that.
Who documented it?
From season 1. I did find out what I do that kind of annoys people.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, nah.
so sometimes I have a conversation with someone, maybe like in a group set. You guys before would have experienced this, right? Where it starts off as a conversation, but then now I'm saying things that I generally don't believe in,
Okay.
right? So then now and then they sort of get annoyed. I don't know.
And now you're having a debate.
Yeah, but then I know I'm just doing it for fun now.
Yeah.
Right? And then remember your birthday? Was it this year?
Probably this year.
And then I think we're just having a conversation. I don't know if you guys remember the debate, but it was sort of like a debate where it's like, you guys, you don't remember the debate, do you?
Is it the greatness one or not?
The greatness.
Do you remember the debate?
Yeah, I do. I remember.
Oh yeah, then chop it up.
I think it was about like things that guys do that girls don't like, on that sort of vibe, you know. And then I would say, man, I wrote the book in terms of like, you know, like the reason, all that sort of stuff, right? And then you know, and then someone gets annoyed, and then now I was like, I'm saying things I don't believe in.
I remember this.
So now
It's like doubling down.
So now I'm just running with it, and then I'm just having a good laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for me, that's just for fun. But then sometimes some people, get.
I remember that. I drag it sometimes too.
I like dragging it sometimes.
I drag it sometimes. Yeah,
Absolutely
I do it with you all the time. And I'm like, bro, I'm joking, bro.
Bro, then I'm like, yeah, I'm joking. Then, who would you do that?
It's too late. Oh man, you didn't even say yours.
I don't think I do anything that's
That'd
annoying.
be silly,
I
man.
don't lie, she's actually not very annoying.
Yeah, I'm actually not.
Not annoying.
Like, I'm just being honest.
Like outside of you, is she annoying?
Yeah.
Like, as in,
Outside of being in a relationship with her, is
Exactly.
she actually annoying?
you know what? Yeah, like, sometimes you have to give flowers, bro. Yeah, mine was actually not.
Wow.
Okay. But does that mean she's boring? Because are we all like?
He's asking you.
Okay, jokes.
No, I'm asking everyone.
Okay, so go. Tell me.
So what if you're not
Like, as in,
annoying? That
if you're a
means
bit
boring?
annoying, like, is that because you're not boring, or is it unrelated? That's all I'm asking.
This is what it
It's
is.
definitely unrelated.
My
for sure.
my annoyance is funny, but Marwa's quirkiness is funny, right? But I know I say it, like, you're not, like, when I'm being annoying, like, kind of like you, it's to be funny.
It's
Yeah.
never funny, but
It's actually hilarious.
Never.
Knee slappers, bro.
Yeah. But do you know? Yeah.
But your annoyance is through quirkiness, and it's kind of like the same level of like, oh, stop it. Thank you. Like the same level of the parents kissing one. No, I always say it where it's like you see parents kiss, you're disgusting.
But you actually like
so
it.
happy.
Yeah.
So it's like that one as well. It's like, chill, you're dragging, like, stop being annoying. It's like, oh my god, this is so cute, bro. Like,
Yeah. Wow. But you know the major difference though, with the things that we do that's annoying, is that we control it. Right, so technically means if you want to stop being annoying, you can actually just stop tomorrow.
yeah.
You as well. All you gotta do is just stop roasting, right? Me, I can just stop it as well, right? Whereas with some other people, then being annoying is actually not one of those that can be
Can't stop it.
controlled. You know what I mean? Where it's like this is a behavioral thing now, right?
Yeah, facts. That's
That's
your personality.
That's that was like, bro, like relax. It's like, okay, cool. Now I need to, I need to go evaluate myself, which is very different to me. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna drag it today, and that shit won't happen today.
yeah.
Facts.
I say something.
Not annoying. I like it.
Yuck,
Thanks.
mate. See, there you go. Started.
Pretty quirky.
But you know what Carlos mentioned that us girls don't like that guys do is when guys try and control what we do and what we wear.
Oh,
Yeah, I know you
Yeah,
people have
very
been
good.
seeing
I
it.
like Segui is very good.
I know you
10
people
out
have
of
been
10.
seeing it on the timeline and even know you posted it as well. I don't know what his name is, but Keke Palmer.
Nobody knows what his name.
Oh
is.
No,
man.
literally no one knows. Keke Palmer, her man's baby daddy, decided to go on Twitter and, just rant a little. Let the people know that he didn't appreciate what she was wearing to an Usher concert.
I gotta see what she was wearing first, but carry on.
Yes.
see.
So she
She's a
recently,
Christ.
I think just a little backstory. Keke Palmer, we all love Keke Palmer. She's great personality.
Best B-list celebrity.
She's great in B-list. Slight diss there, but
Facts.
she's really great personality and everything.
Oh, you met
Not
her?
that I know her, but just do what I see and
This
stuff.
guy's reaction.
That's annoying.
Anytime anyone
I
hypes
know.
celebrity, do you know that? You know that?
What's the truth though?
Shit joke.
What she's wearing is not that bad.
I mean, she recently had a baby, right? And if you just go on her profile, and stuff, you'll just see she's really been embracing her mum body, right? And of course,
That's a mum body?
I needed to give, yeah. She got
That
the,
looks good.
She got the body yaddy after she had given
Big
birth.
body
Pick up the
pants.
heavies.
Yeah, no, the heavies, yes, the melons really developed after.
Cuz.
Bro, that kid,
Anyway,
that
sorry.
kid is eating
Um,
dude.
You what?
The kid is eating good.
Well nourished, bro.
So yeah, she went to a concert recently, and it was Usher's concert, and we know Usher
baby.
gets touchy, gets feeling, all that stuff. So obviously a lot of things contributed to why her baby daddy decided to go on Twitter and just, call her out on what she was wearing. So for those who don't know if we're going to insert or, it'll be on a story or something like that. Or you just go research Keke Palmer Usher concert and you'll see it. But pretty much it was like a bodysuit. And then on top was like a see-through type of mesh long dress. So you could see the cheeks. And I'm not talking the ones on your face. I'm talking about the other cheeks. They were out, legs were out. She was looking good. Not gonna lie, she was actually looking real, real good.
But the dress is very dark, so I don't know. Yeah, but
okay, thanks, mate. Great contribution.
Like what I'm trying to say is some one of those that looks like wow, like this is too much. I don't know if that sort of makes sense.
Then
Search up the photo and you get what I'm
said,
saying.
Please.
Oh, but man, his clothes is kind of
the
crazy.
dress, by the way, you are mom or something like that.
Yeah, it's the outfit though. ... You are mom.
Yeah, so there's just been a lot of like conversation in terms of, it's actually been pretty like in the middle in terms of a lot of people saying what he said was very out of line. I mean, I think the bottom line is instead of calling her out on social media,
for sure.
it's something that he could have had a conversation with her behind the scenes,
100%.
You don't need to... Huh?
Yeah. So, no, keep going.
Yeah, you don't need to... I think what everyone kind of agreed on was, take this type of matter away from social media, have a conversation. She's literally down the room. Just go pull her up, say, hey, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
And then, other people were saying that, no, he is a man. He's just protecting his house. You see in the video, she was being groped a little bit by Usher, Usher was really embracing Keke. So I guess that's why I was saying before, it kind of adds to the element of everything. But yeah, it was just interesting to see where you guys kind of stand with that type of situation,
I just found out about that situation just now.
Oh.
I think it was yesterday or earlier today. I was on Instagram and then I don't know if you guys saw A$AP Rocky was performing and Rihanna was like watching him, but she was kind of wearing like a bit of a see-through thing, right? And then I was going through the comments. It looked pretty cool, like you're performing and then your wife is just like helping you out from a distance. And then I was looking through the comments, it's like, yeah, that's a real wife or whatever it is. Like talking about like they're not insecure, they're happy, not like Keke Palmer. I was like, what did Keke Palmer's husband do here, right? And then now I found out that that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, 100%. Like, why are you gonna at your wife?
You have to be
On
pretty
socials.
like chronically online to at your wife.
Yep.
Or
Your wife
girl.
too.
Yeah.
That's your girlfriend, really, right? It's like just wait till she gets home to have a conversation. But it's like
Literally.
clearly you're that much online. But like it's just that is honestly the weirdest part of it all. Like the dress to me isn't that crazy.
I just saw it too. That's
Like,
what I'm saying. It's not as
like all right, the cheeks are out a little bit, whatever. But it's like I don't know, like. This is Hollywood, bro.
Okay.
Like, you know what you're getting into. All right.
Because I was gonna say, well, okay, in our situation, would you guys let?
Well, I mean, everyone has their boundaries, right? But
Yeah,
But,
you can
like-
answer my question, right?
I wouldn't
But
allow
like, would
it.
you be mad? Like you? All right. Would you be mad if your girl goes out to like a nice party? Yeah, not just on a normal, Wednesday ass cheeks in the air, right?
Yeah.
It's like just a party and there's like heavy cleavage. Like, are you mad at that? I'm not mad at that.
We're not asking about the cleavage, Beth. We're talking about the 2 packs of bounce that.
All right.
That was
I wouldn't allow it, but I'm not gonna go on threads and out my girl.
okay. Yeah. So bar that point.
Yeah, like
Even-
okay, it's not my favorite look for my own partner, so I hear him on that, right? But I'm like, how's that not a conversation? But then I
100%.
think it speaks to so much other stuff where I'm like,
of Hollywood as well. Yeah.
so of their dynamic, right? Where I'm like, surely you already know this as his partner that he wouldn't love the way you're dressed, right? If you don't care about that, and you don't care about him that much, that's fine, right? I mean, apparently she unfollowed him or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What is that conversation like when
I
she
don't
gets
know.
home?
There's a lot of
Literally.
commentary being told. It's like if you can't handle a baddie, then get with a baddie. He goes.
That's a stupid.
There's kind
that's
of
a stupid
conversation,
opinion.
but he ended up saying we live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks. I'm sorry, right? In a very serious tone, you can't ever say booty cheeks in a serious tone.
Right.
It says don't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation.
That's
I have,
fair.
I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case.
Like, he's not wrong on that.
100%.
But I think it is just the way of going about it. It's just
Yeah.
pathetic to me.
Yeah.
Like just
It says a
calling
lot-
out
it's-
your
yeah.
girl on
I mean,
like
it speaks to
with her
that.
handle is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Adding her handle instead of calling up her phone, bro. Yeah.
like why do you want the world to know that?
Yeah,
But I do think it is significantly more crazy that she's actually letting Usher grope her like that.
yeah, Usher was doing a mad
that's
moves.
wild.
He was doing
Like,
too
I
much.
didn't watch the video, so I don't know what that looked like. Yeah.
Like that's genuinely for me. I'm like, okay,
Damn.
what's happening here?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's Hollywood though.
Everything's,
almost like
everything's
this-
entertainment.
Well, what are you doing in that situation? Because like Loki, if there's a video of like my partner getting groped by a famous person, and I'm a famous person, and she's famous, and all this, I'm not gonna say anything. But next week there's a video of me groping a famous person
Yeah.
at a party or something. And he's just like, "So what? This is what we do in our relationship. How about
Oh
that?"
my days.
And then I won.
It's mad.
Have you seen Cardi B and Offset?
Yeah, the cheating stuff.
They just cheating. Where was it a Twitter?
Apparently, everyone knows that
But
Offset is
but Offset-
running through women.
Offset
Yeah.
Offset puts up, I think, like a post or whatever, or Twitter, whatever it is. He's like, I think Cardi B is cheating, something like that. he legit,
Damn, my girl cheated on me. That
bro.
was it.
He's legit say, yeah. He's like, damn,
Yeah.
my girl cheated on me. and I love this side of Cardi B's
Because
person.
there's rumors that she's been cheating on him as well.
I love Cardi B's reaction, bro. She did a whole video, but like responding to it, but at the same time joking. You know who I am? I'm Cardi B. You think I need to do that, dog? Ow, or like all that sort of
Nah,
stuff.
no.
But just she adds her own element to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're tapped.
But yeah, I was just like, first
Useless
of all,
generation.
We're tapped.
yeah.
We're tapped.
Actually,
And I was like, bro, how you gonna go out there and say I think my wife is cheating to the whole world?
Bro, we're tapped.
That's how like none of these relationships are actually serious.
Yeah.
Like they're all gonna result in like a bunch of kids that go to therapy. Like it's so
They're not-
abnormal.
they're not
Like there's so many concepts where I'm like, it's abnormal. It's abnormal to see your parents going back and forth on social
the
media.
internet, yeah.
It's abnormal that
Yeah.
your dad's always cheating. It's abnormal that you can count your like if you're I don't know Kanye's child, you can count your dad's body count. That's abnormal.
Yeah,
You know, like all these elements are very like, what is happening here, bro?
There's no privacy. There's no communication.
Bro, yeah, wait, how funny is that? There's no privacy, yet there's no communication.
Yeah.
So everyone's communicating or speaking.
Everyone's
talking.
communicating with
Bro,
speaker.
opinionated and talking about the wrong things.
My girl did not come home last night.
Yo,
Call her,
No,
check if she's
literally.
okay.
Literally.
Call her best friend. I
guys,
don't
find
know.
my iPhone, bro. Like,
Bro.
seriously.
Bro, these guys go to the world before they can even
to
call
the
the best
family.
friend to see what's happened.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem real. None of it.
Yeah,
seems
every-
real.
that's-
That's an ugly world.
Yeah.
That's an ugly
Where it
world.
just feels like a movie.
Mm.
yeah.
I
like
I
that
really
phrase.
like. I love the ones where it's like they're 24, 23, and they're married, and they're in that world. I'm like, you killed it.
Like who?
Like there's a Barcelona soccer player, Ronald Araujo, 24, married, child, it's like 2 years old, all this stuff, and I'm like, you're on top of the world, and like
Sitting on top of the world.
all you need is just this money now. You know what I mean? That's all you're getting to is just money and having a good time.
Let's get Delonius is to
Never.
happen. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like Justin Bieber and
Haley Baldwin.
yeah,
Haley Bieber. Haley Bieber.
Haley,
Sorry.
yeah.
I don't know. I just said words.
like both of them are like top of the world, but you know they're not outing the situation out there.
I haven't heard from him in a while. So where's he at?
That's how you know the guy's living good, man. The guy's
Yeah.
married. That's exactly my point, right? He's out there
Not
releasing
really
music here and
feeling
there,
good.
but just chilling with his wife.
Don't they have their dramas as well?
Yeah,
They
be
do have
like,
dramas,
bro.
but you know we don't know about it.
Celebrity T, bro.
Nah, man, it's good stuff, man. Lock it up when you need to lock it up, bro. Not everything has to be
Sure.
open.
Not
to the
everything
internet,
needs to
man.
be open.
Don't
man.
get too gassed because of threads, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's not time for you to spill every tin
We got a dilemma this week.
by your relationships. It's not a dilemma. Someone's just trying to put us on game.
What's the game?
Why is he cracking up?
Bro, Elon Musk is not normal.
Oh,
He starts tweeting,
yeah, I saw
Zuck
that.
is a cuck. I propose a literal penis measuring contest.
Not serious.
Oh, nah, it's actually not serious.
with the whole threads and Twitter thing, I was like, bro, this how I know Elon's just a funny donny because, like, bro, you didn't create Twitter, bro.
Mm,
So, like, your baby isn't being attacked. Your business venture is.
yeah.
You know
Your
what I'm
babies are
saying?
going out. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you could just sell it.
It's
So it's not like, yeah, I get what you're saying. though.
you don't have the emotional attachment to this thing.
Yes, you do when you spend
Actually,
$60 billion
yeah,
dollars
yeah,
on
I know,
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
no.
hold on. Yeah, cool.
No, it's a
Millions
monetary
really
investment, but you can't be out here screaming like you in the trench. You weren't with him shooting in the gym, bro. developing this when back when Twitter didn't have an E, bruv. When it was just Twitter.
Twitter.
Bruv, come on, man.
Yeah.
Killing me,
True.
man.
Yeah, true.
Someone just trying to put us on game. They say we should check out this YouTube channel called Gifted by Grace 9573.
Or is that a real message? Because it was.
Yeah, no,
wrong.
I thought it was like a spam or ad.
yeah.
Yeah. They said that we should check out something called The Third Son on there. I'm also searching it up on YouTube right now.
Or
Or
Gifted by Grace.
Gifted by Grace 9573. Might add it in the comments. There's 2 shows on there called The Third Son and The Walk. Apparently, people are talking about like their testimonies and stuff like that. There's biography. People are talking about like different like experiences and things. What's it saying? So okay, we can suss that. We'll have a look at that. Give a bit of. Can you find is there a legit channel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, might have a little tap in. Oh, lol, actually. Oh, wow. So this is true. Someone said that we should incorporate biographies and documentaries on here because I previously mentioned about short film and that. So, yeah, man, hear about other people's stories and that. So, Carlos, I'll let you pioneer that. You started off, with the what do you call it? With your biography, family tree. You know what I'm saying? Begat, Carlos begat, and then from there.
Well, there we go from there.
From there, brother. Yeah, man.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. More
How did you
recommendations.
guys celebrate Independence Day?
Chini gang. South Sudan.
You guys are probably the 2 least excited people I know about it, which was kind of confronting.
First of all, we were doing something else.
I didn't see you post a single thing on your story.
Yeah, y'all ain't even about it like that, bro.
I love my people.
Nah, dog. Y'all ain't chinny
Chini
gang
gang
like that, bro. Y'all ain't chini gang, bro.
I'm for my people.
Chini gang, bro. Y'all ain't about it like that, man.
Nah, but shout out to
I'm
us
for the
and
people, man.
South
Independence.
Sudani.
Sudan.
Anna
We
Sudani.
love it. We are
Anna Sudani.
proud and loud.
So what do you have to say? This is your time to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everyone had a good celebration, enjoyed their time. It's great to see us all uniting as one.
Yeah, that's good.
May we continue and reach many, many, many more celebrations.
Peace and love. South Sudani. You guys stole all the colors that possible for flags to have.
No, we actually only have 4.
What?
You have like 5.
Bro, there's more than South Africa, I'm pretty sure.
We have 5.
Like I think you might have the most colors out of any flag
2,
potentially.
Nah, South Africa has
no.
7.
South Africa 7.
We don't have
Okay,
it yet.
pretty sure. Potentially, so you're up there.
First of all,
you're at least top 5.
It's very meaningful. Okay.
Yeah, good. All right. This is how we're closing out this podcast.
Oh my God.
All right.
Don't do that to
All the colors on the South Sudani flag.
I
Mine
named
ain't
3.
even South Sudanese
I
like
named
that,
3
bro.
and then
Mine ain't even South Sudanese
I'm not
like that.
coming
Not
from
gonna
South.
lie. bro.
I'll name the main and then I'll mark.
All right, so obviously, I think
red is for the blood.
blood shit.
Black is for the people
Why?
because we're black.
Okay.
It's the same thing
Green.
on the Iraqi flag.
Green is for the land.
For the prosperity of the land. Okay. Yep.
Bro, all these countries recycle the same, the same logic, and then the people are so proud.
Yes.
Right. All you need
Blue?
is that green, white, green, bro.
Blue.
Yeah. Are you guessing? or
Come
is that
on,
legit?
bro. How do you not
The
know
Nile.
this?
Yeah. No. I thought she was gonna say it.
And then yellow.
For
Unity.
Hey?
taking over.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, we can't say that.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Might have to bleep that one out, bro.
Yeah, bleep that one out. They gotta know what's going on.
Is that legit?
That
Yep.
sounds right.
Yeah, that's
It
legit.
That
is.
sounds about right.
Do you know the green, white, green for Nigeria? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, damn.
Bro, I dead ass forgot about what the heck that means, bro. But I
Yeah, so
believe.
what's
Your knowledge.
Let's have a look, bro.
What do you mean, let's have a look? You're a fraud. You're actually a
All
fraud.
right, wait, hold on. Let me search it up so I can see it quickly afterwards. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the green is for the prosperity of the land,
Okay.
and that's sandwiched between the white for the peace. Country's wealth, yep, rich national resources, and white is peace and unity. Gang, achini, gang. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Hey, Noor,
Peace.
what's your flag saying?
Ours are the same. Like every Arabic country has the same 4 colors, almost all of them. So it's all red, white, green, and black.
All right, yeah.
What's
talk
the black
to me.
for?
Yeah, so what's yours?
Red is, I'm pretty sure, the blood. Yeah.
Blood of who?
But there's a song for it.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty sure. But it's. My dad told me this so many times. White is like our outworking kind of thing. Yeah, like the things we do. Like a purity in our actions kind of thing. Green is probably prosperity as well. Let me, you know what? Oh, the fields. I had it on the side. I was like, I don't want to look at it. Red is the swords. Far out. Such problematic people.
Look at it. Yeah. What swords are what?
That one's wild.
Yeah.
Swords are red with the blood of our enemies.
Black is our battles.
Battlefields are dark.
Battlefields are dark.
Crazy, bro. What is the actual
Nice.
Is that writing?
The writing on the flag.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Oh.
Oh, is that what the writing is?
Yeah.
So do a lot of other nations have that?
God is great. No, only Iraq used to have 3 stars in between the writing as well.
Yeah, I'm looking.
And that's why Syria has like 2 stars because they're like right next to each other. All this kind of stuff. It's so somewhat related. But then they got rid of the stars and just left it with Allahu Akbar. A couple years before that, they had gotten rid of Allahu Akbar and left it with the stars only. And now, they finally settled on this.
People just be making stuff up.
This
is all fake.
You know, even when you're like, oh, this flag has this ratio and this one has this ratio, like different stuff around the world. Yeah. And then like Nepal's one isn't even a ratio; it's just the 2 triangles on top of each other.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
And some people be having pictures on there now, bro.
One's a square.
Pictures
what's
on
it
these
called?
flags now.
What is it? Mozambique has a AK-47. I think it's Mozambique.
I know it's one of them
Mad.
African names.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Sri Lanka's got the what's it called? Not the
That
dragon.
was an AK and a hatchet, bro. Like, what the heck is going on here, man?
So no one gonna question it.
Oh, man. All right, let's get that'll dip, bro. We got some countries to fly to eventually as well. Hey, man, come on.
Wow. All right, thank you for joining us for another episode of Disruption Podcast.
Love.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this around some people. This was episode 202. All right, peace out.
Get your step ones.
Love y'all, man.
step1.life/the disruption.
That's it.
Yes, man.
You end up getting no discount and we end up getting a little bit of money. All right, peace out. Bye.
Peace.